I'm a 19-year-old beauty bozo with the personality of an adult film title writer. I need to preface this and say that this video is me talking as if I'm James Charles. I'll give a brief explanation of all the things that he's done throughout the video, and the rest is all my personal opinion of the fella. If you haven't realised my subscribers at the moment, just every time I sneeze, 10,000 blisters just gone. And you're probably thinking, James, my love, for one, why blisters and not sisters anymore? Well, there's a bloody great explanation for that. Maybe because, like, the stereotype around blisters, I just love when a straight man pops his dick in my ass. Oh, and you know, just like blisters, most of the internet, and my friends included, want me out of their lives. So it starts off, young Blister James is only making the bare minimum from his videos. Times have changed since I've become an established creator, who now only struggles with things of the bare variety when there are hetero males involved. We're going a bit off topic, but then again, I do like to go off topic when it comes to homosexual norms. Not really a James Charles video without self-deprecation and pandering, let's be honest. So a friend of mine, Tatty, when I was making hardly any money from my YouTube videos, helped me out to the point where I was making over $2,000 a video. With this help, it essentially switched on my non-existent brain to absolutely smash out content and become one of the biggest creators on the platform. And with that growth, I genuinely thought I was the best thing since sliced bread, and I had the glute to prove it. Alongside dramatically changing my career, this woman was essentially a proud mother in my life, alongside the one I already have. She promoted nearly every project I ever released, just out of kindness and the inspiration she saw in me. And to completely snake her when she kindly asked me if I wanted to promote her vitamin company, including her paying me, I said no, because I didn't want to promote that kind of product to my child audience. Pretty respectable of me. But when apparently offered Coachella tickets and some big bulky straight men to protect me, I threw my morals out of the window. Not sure how I've done that, considering the lack of arms I had at the time. I promoted her #1 competition. In reality, I'm one of the biggest creators of the year, and on YouTube as a whole. Currently with, let's just say, over 10 mil to be safe for another week or so. I could have realistically gotten Coachella tickets faster than having the thought of a straight guy noshing me off. Let's be real. When I was irrelevant, the only dome I got was from gay guys. It really upset me. I said, James, when you blow up, you can break a couple up with Gucci, the subs and the fans. I said, will you delete them, your DMs, and all the sexual advances, the plans that I have failed. Because one day, they'll read them, a backlash, right before the summer. Please join the Blister Brigade. And that's the thesis. I've done some scummy things other than just completely mug off my friends, like selling $500 tickets to listen to a class full of toddlers sing a song from The Lion King. But my main problem, if you haven't already guessed, is my tendencies to try get straight men to advance on me, or me to advance on them. You'd think, being a very out there guy like myself growing up, I was most likely, even if it was just once or twice, ridiculed for my sexual orientation, or how I dress, or even how I spoke. And you'd think with that sort of ridicule growing up, and the society that we live in now, I'd realise that some of the things I've done and said to straight men would be wrong. To put it bluntly, if a straight man had acted and said some of the things I've said in messages to a lesbian woman, he would be seen as a rapey individual, to put it blunt. I'm saying in a message to a straight guy after calling him attractive that straight men have no game. Then in an earlier part of this message, I'm getting upset about the fact that he didn't reply to me. Sake, I'm the guy girls post about on Facebook because they're idiotically hilarious. How can I sit there and say promoting my friend's vitamin product isn't a good thing to sell to kids, and think that talking to people like this is me being a good role model for children? Was I genuinely that oblivious to the fact that the people I'm messaging would release that? We all make mistakes, but I got called out by someone who I clearly respected, aka Tati. and I didn't even take it on board. My parents most likely wouldn't say anything to me, or when they do, they're shut down by my ego and success, and they feel like they can't be real with me. If my apology video was honest, I'm currently traveling abroad in a country you've never heard of. No point saying it, you'll never be in a position to afford this, and if I look bad, it's because I've only just woken up. Just thought I'd say that because looks are everything, and I clearly deep down hate myself, and I'm driven only by the fact that my audience finds me attractive and good at makeup, even though very clearly they watch me for my personality and how I used to be, but who's he? I'm just going to keep taking these little emotional breaks throughout just to remember in my head what I have to say, or quickly look at the script in front of me and remember my next line. I'm sorry for everything that I've put you through in the last few weeks, when in reality it's probably been a year, and I'm that self-centered that I don't realize any of it, so I'm just mentioning the past few weeks because that's the only, that's ruined my reputation. At this moment in time, I am clearly not sorry. Crying comes with tears. Only thing tearing me up inside is the fact that no other straight guy will most likely be able to tear my precious little asshole ever again. At the end of the day, at this point, I don't want their trust back, I just want the things that come with them back. Otherwise, I wouldn't really use the word suck as a way of speaking about a dreadful showcase of assholeness on my part. I clearly have watched a lot of apology videos before making this, or I have a team giving me key points to list, show by my poor word choices and understanding and explaining of what I've done wrong. I've already shown the truth about this twice, and truly I want to say it again, but I've been advised not to, which is showed by my annoyed reaction. And at the end of the day, if I was truly sorry, I wouldn't mention a factor of my truth by saying that I have receipts. I very fastly speak through the real words people actually want to listen to and make it seem fake and dishonest. I haven't learned a hard way when it comes to how I advance on straight men, because I've only been exposed for this in the last week. And saying that I've learned in a week is a blatant lie and a cop-out. I mentioned my mum for about 2 minutes of this apology video, and then I tell her to stop doing certain things on social media. Clearly I respect her a lot when I've left it to a YouTube video to tell her these things. I have a bloody mobile device. I'm clearly too busy enjoying my spacation. Oh, and by the way, I've got to explain to you that I'm not actually doing what you're thinking and playing victim, just like you should definitely use all of my sponsors and trust me because, I'm a respectful individual and I do good makeup. Is there anything else I need to say? Alright, see you later, sorry. I think in reality, being a guy coming into a majority feminine field, showing so much talent and getting so much love worldwide, turned me into something my pure self didn't recognize anymore. Being told by millions of people online you're good at something and seeing them love something I presumably always wanted from a young age made me happy to the point of feeling I could do anything, that I'd achieved something only 5% of people in the world could do, meaning I had the constant thought of being someone who was better than most. I completely forgot that before this, I was a viewer, just like everybody else. I went from sister seeing what I always wanted to sister succeeding. I completely forgot the main quote of the world, the quote being everything happens for a reason, and to add to that, I'm talking good and bad. The world is a place that slings challenges sometimes in the form of good and sometimes in the form of bad. I got slung a challenge that from my perspective felt good. I always wanted it. I assumed because it was good, it wasn't a challenge and that I'd done everything I've ever wanted, when in reality, it was to test me. I needed to realize earlier on that the world is made up of bad and good, odd and even, negative and positive, zeros and ones. Now that all of these sister scandals have been released to the public eye, this is my biggest and toughest challenge of them all. Coming back will not be easy, but if I remember what once drove me to this success, I'm not talking money, I'm talking passion. And if I use that for my own self, I could really be the person I truly want to be. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, a like and a subscribe would be much appreciated. Turn on my notifications so you never miss a video. For all my subscribers, I just wanted to quickly say I'm sorry for the lack of uploads. I have no excuse really other than the fact that I've come to the realization that I want Chubbs to be my passion and not my job. I realized when I only made videos for the money, they came out poor and I wasn't proud of them. And at the end of the day, when I had nothing, I was making some of the best content I've ever made, in my opinion. This is the reason I've decided to make myself go back to that. I don't want to stop swearing for money. I only stopped swearing in this video because a lot of James Charles's audience is children and I don't want to be disrespectful for the people watching the video. As much as I enjoyed making this video and giving my opinion, I know I could have made it a lot better, and I just wanted to get a video out for you guys at the end of the day. This is one of the main reasons I've started a channel with a few friends, which I treat more like a job, but I'm still proud of the content that goes on there. I've been doing daily videos over on that channel with more of like a laid back back, just me chilling and reading out Reddit posts. It's still very easy content and looked at negatively by people on the platform, but I'm giving my own opinion and I'm actually reading them out with friends rather than, you know, using a text-to-speech and being lazy as I really appreciate you going to check them out and subscribing if you want to support me. Expect a lot more content coming to this channel soon. And again, I appreciate you all so much for sticking with me, and I'll see you in the next video.